Cloud. Let's run a test. So you can start talking.
Okay. Hi, I'm Nina Alexander. I'm out of Los Angeles, California, and
Are you
I
in Los
love
Angeles?
the approach. Yes,
Are
I'm in
you
Los
here in
Angeles.
LA?
I'm in LA.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and you know what? I need to talk to you too because in your prior industry, you worked with a lot of athletes, and I'm a Los Angeles real estate agent out here, and I'm actually cultivating a lot of relationships, going to Combine at the end of February to meet with all the head coaches to basically help work with the athletes. So I need to talk to you on like a personal note
Yeah.
about, because that definitely piqued my interest when I heard you speak about that briefly.
Yeah, I still do that stuff. I mean, I had a baseball player call me last week.
Okay, yeah, we need to talk for sure. Please,
Okay.
please, completely separate off the topic.
Sure. Okay, I think the levels are looking good. So basically I'm going to do a quick introduction. I will introduce you. This is all completely off the cuff, where there's no rules. We're just going to chat, and that will be that.
Got it.
Okay. Um, Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's podcast. My name is Adam Potash, and I have a very, very special guest with us, someone who has been on the approach for a little while now and really loves it and has completely made it a lifestyle. Wouldn't you say so, Nina?
Absolutely. I can't live without it.
So, Nina, I know you've been a big advocate of the program. You were on it a little while ago, then kind of did your own thing, and then came back and knew what was really the right thing to do. So why don't you take a moment and introduce yourself to everybody listening here at home and tell us a little bit about your story.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the introduction, Adam. So I'm Nina Alexander, and I'm from Los Angeles, California, and I have always fitness and nutrition has always been like a really big focus for me throughout my life. And I actually found Adam on TikTok, and I started just becoming a little bit more interested. And I had heard about intermittent fasting, and I had tried it my way of the way that I thought that I knew how to do it or attempt to do it.
Well, let me
And
stop you
when
there
I
because I think everybody does that. Everybody goes through that, like, oh, I think I know how to do it. I've heard it. I can Google it. A friend of mine did it, and then they completely fail, right? Because they don't know, they only know like a tiny little piece. But go ahead.
Exactly, and that's actually part of it. I only knew like a portion of really what intermittent fasting entailed and like the benefits of what it could really do for like our body, and really just more that it's a lifestyle. And that's really like why I joined the approach, is because as I started watching more of Adam's videos and really understanding like the formula for success, it started to make sense. And I actually was trying it on my own while watching a lot of his videos before I first signed up. When I signed up the first time, I just had like a little bit of pounds that I had wanted to lose. But at that time when I signed up, Adam, I signed up for the very first. So there's like a few different plans within his approach, and I signed up for the first. I think it's the basic, and
Yeah.
not that anything's wrong with basic, but with the basic, you're literally getting basic. You're not. Yeah.
I tell people all the time, I don't even promote it. Listen, it's there, for just, a course and kind of a little guideline, but it is basic. And we actually, since you have done that, we've actually done away with it. And we started offering our members a lot more and said, forget it. We're not gonna, do anything basic anymore. If you guys want to, lose weight and get healthy, this is what you need to do. So, but go ahead. Yeah. You did the
Exactly.
basic version. And that
Yeah,
wasn't.
no one on Adam's plan is basic.
No. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah, nobody puts baby in the corner.
That's
So
right.
so I'm on the premiere. I got off the plan because I was like, oh, I achieved my goals, but really, it didn't really hit me. It wasn't really still really a part of my life, and I think that's initially why I ended up coming back to it. And when I came back the second time, which was, gosh, I think this second time I've been in the plan now for about maybe 5 or 6 months.
I think
And
five
the
or
diff
six months. Yeah.
yeah, and the difference with it being on it the second time around is that I feel like I was more committed to the approach. I was more committed to really understanding what that entailed and what really Adam was doing for us, because it's really not just me, it's a community.
Right.
And when you get into the premier plan, which is the plan that I'm in, you're now a part of like a huge community of thousands of members that are
Yeah.
continually growing every day, and you're getting to learn from the different members and getting different ideas, because sometimes, you know, I cook a lot at home, but sometimes I get stuck, and this community, it provides so many other ideas where, oh, I didn't know that I could make zucchini, and you know, I didn't know that I could do that, and I could actually have that and make it really delicious and have that for
It's
dinner.
ongoing. It's like every time you go on the group, like there's something new and exciting, or even just, you know, witnessing people's success is also exciting, right? Like, so that's all part of it. And that was one of our biggest missions when we created this program, was to have the community, to have support, because I can work with people one-on-one, and I still do that. But I can't give necessarily the support to thousands of people by myself, right? So I needed a group and community and camaraderie to do that. So it's worked out amazingly. So I was gonna ask, my next question was like, what's your favorite part? And I guess it is the community, or maybe not. What is your favorite part of the program?
You know, I would say it's really just the support. I would, you know, I have to say, and that it starts with you, because, you know, I do watch your videos every single day. I'm on TikTok every single day. And because I'm, you know, following you, my algorithm has you at the top. You know, when I see the lives, I hop in it because I want to add that value, and I want to inspire other members, because I know that, you know, a lot of people come into weight loss journey, and just like me, they come into it and they're like, "Oh, I want to lose X amount of weight, but I want it right now."
Yeah.
And the problem is that that's just not the reality. We have to be patient with ourselves, and we have to understand that it's really our mindset, it's our determination, and it's our consistency. Not to be hard on ourselves, because at the end of the day, we're human and we're going to have some slip ups, but we have to be honest with that, and we have to know that this is not a quick fix. This is really um maintaining our lifestyle and getting everything under control to where we're happy with the way that we look and we feel good. So really, I can't really say there's one thing that I like. I like them all equally. If I had to pick, I would say it's the videos and the live streams that you do, Adam.
Awesome. And I heard you say that word consistency quite a bit, even when you're on live with me and we're doing like a TikTok or something like that, you always use that word consistency. And I think that is a big part. I mean, making that first step is important, but then, you know, kind of keeping consistent with it is obviously the big key in anything that you do. And that's why we have all these support streams, so you can be as consistent as possible. I want to kind of sidetrack a little bit. I want you to tell people, like, first of all, you look amazing, by the way. I mean, people at home that are listening right now, they can't see you, but you look great. So congrats on
Thank
your
you.
success.
Thank you.
And you are a realtor, is that right?
Yes, I'm a Los Angeles realtor. Here in LA, born and raised, and yeah.
So the hustle bustle over there. So I know a lot of people, and there's a lot of realtors that, you know, are on me, you know, in our program are on the fence of joining, and they're like, oh, I'm always on the go and blah, blah, blah. What advice would you have? Because that's a tough position. You don't have this kind of set schedule, so to speak. So what's, you know, contributed to your success in the field of realty and, you know, kind of being go, go, go?
So that's a great question, and that's going to be a little bit of a mouthful. So
I
I
just
would
thought of that right
say
now for
I
you. By the way, but before we do these podcasts, like Nina just came on literally 30 seconds ago. I said, we're just going to wing it. That's how we do these things. So yeah, everything that we're talking about is just off the cuff. That's how we go.
Well, the key is to really inspire people. You know, that's the key. And I think it needs to be real, authentic, honest, people that are speaking from their results. And for me personally, I know when I mess up. I know that my goals are my goals personally. And if someone is dropping X amount of weight in a week, you know, I'm definitely their
Sure.
cheerleader. And then I look at myself and go, okay, well, maybe you didn't get enough sleep this week, or maybe, you know, you were a little stressed about that deal closing. There's so many different things with
Right.
our bodies that can affect and slow the weight loss journey.
But I like that approach, you know, and I don't think a lot of people take that approach. People might see, you know, someone, oh, lost 10 pounds and you only lost 3, and you're kind of like, you know, maybe a little discouraged about that, where you take the opposite side of that and say, hey, they might have done the right things this week. What did I do that I can do better? And I think that's a great approach. So how is it,
Absolutely.
you know, again, being a realtor on the go, on the street, I'm sure you are all the time showing houses or whatever. And like, do you have like a special like preparation that you do in order to get like the right stuff?
Yeah, so thank you for that. So I I like to cook most of my food. I do not like eating out if I can prevent
There's
that
good
because I just
food in LA, isn't there?
well, no, no, no. There. So here's the thing. I actually like to cook. I'm one of those that actually likes to be in the kitchen cooking. So I will say this: there are days like right now it's raining, and we don't really get rain in LA, so everyone's like freaking
Oh.
out. So
What to
right,
do?
I know
You
it's
guys
like
don't even sell umbrellas over there.
no, we don't. We don't. And you know what that's like living in beautiful Florida. So
Yeah.
yeah, to answer your question, I think it's just it's just like you plan your life. You have your to-do list. Okay, I've got to pick up the kids, or I have to go to this meeting and list this home and Beverly Hills. Well, it's the same thing with food. You have to schedule your food. And so I actually know um be the day before what I'm going to eat. So for example, my first meal, so if I'm going to be out, I already know what I'm going to get. Like if I'm out and I have a meeting and I'm going to have to break my fast at noon, then I'm going to go to Starbucks and I'm going to get the spinach feta wrap and I'll get a coffee because I know that I can have that.
Sure.
Maybe get some nuts for my mid-afternoon, snack. I'll be home by dinner and then I'll have whatever I make. So in answer to your question, it's really just planning ahead. Yeah, are there going to be times when I have a dinner or I have a breakfast? Well, then, yeah, but I'm going to plan it to make sure it fits into that window. And I'm going to be very conscientious of what I'm going to order from the menu. So, really, there's no excuse. It's really just kind of planning. And it's knowing that even if you have to eat out, there are healthy options.
Right. And we talk about this all the time. And you hit it on the head. We plan everything else in our lives. You know where your meetings are, you know where your showings are and all this stuff. And then the last thing you do is, oh, what am I eating today? No, that's going to be like the priority. That's going to be the first thing before you even think or schedule anything else. I had a random question for you. I follow Tracy Tudor. Is she anywhere near you? Because I love her. I love
I do
seeing her
too.
stuff. I
I
think
do
she's
too.
awesome. I don't follow too many people, but she's one of them. For some reason, I think she just like kind of like puts herself first. She makes herself a priority. She looks great. She like did this, she's now dating some like big trainer guy out there. But
Yeah, yeah, no, she's fabulous. And to answer your question, yes, Tracy Tudor and I are in the same area. She's
are
been an
you?
agent. Yeah, she's been an agent a lot longer than me, probably a couple decades, and I've only been in it for about 5 years now. But she is definitely an idol. I
Yeah,
definitely
an
follow her,
inspiration,
and
right?
yeah, well, she's a huge inspiration. And it's um, yeah, you're right. She looks fantastic, and having that
Yeah, She
trainer
made she
boyfriend
made a
definitely
good
helps.
yeah, she made a good health transformation this last year too.
She
Uh,
did, but you know what though? She always looked good, even before, this
Maybe
this
she's just now
transformation.
posting a lot of her like workout pics and stuff
Mm,
like that, where maybe I didn't see that all that stuff before. But I think she's
yeah.
all those guys on the show are great. But not to get off track. But so you've been in the program 5 months now. What are some of your successes, right? So you struggled a little bit, you tried it on your own, struggled a little bit. Now you're back and you're back for good, right? Like you're
Oh
in a
yeah.
lifestyle. What are some of your biggest takeaways? I mean, we could talk
That it.
about weight loss, but I know for you it's been like other things, right?
I think my biggest takeaway is just the knowledge that I've gained, just understanding the complexity of our bodies and how us women, and sorry, men,
Okay, that's okay. The majority of our
I,
members are women, as you know. Yeah.
yeah, no, but for women, I think sometimes we can be so hard on ourselves. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. I apologize for that.
You're
Um,
good. You're good. This is all
I
it's all
think that,
candid.
yeah, I think that we can be sometimes hard on ourselves. And I think that we just have to be more gentle and understand that our journey is personalized and that the information is right there at our fingertips if we're open to it. You've got to be open to it. You've got to be consistent and you've got to have that grit and determination to say, you know what? I don't care. I'm pushing through. So my success really is the knowledge base, seeing the results. I mean, when you see the results.
Yeah, not being so hard on yourself and treating yourself well. That exact topic has come up so much in this week alone, with my kids and things like that that they're dealing with school. And as you know, I have 5 daughters and 1 son. And so women are all around my life, but even my wife and my wife is the best at this as approaching kind of situations with, especially with the kids and women and daughters. And she's like, we have to treat ourselves good and let's approach today well. And she's doing that like every morning with the kids, where I'm like the hard ass man. I didn't grow up that way, but I love seeing her do that with the kids, and especially her kids and especially my kids, just giving that softness and giving that kind of reprieve of, hey, like give yourself a little break today. Let's pick yourself back up. Let's get, make today great kind of thing. So I'm so glad you said it, because I don't hear that side of, the work that we do that often. And so I'm so glad you're kind of like taking that in from this program. And as you realize, it's not just about weight loss, right? There's so much more to this in the program than just weight loss.
Absolutely. I mean, it's really just the fundamentals. It's really, do you want to live a lifestyle? Do you want to treat your body right? Do you want to feel good when you wake up? Do you want to have a long life? What are we putting into our bodies is, we got to be very aware of that.
Yeah.
So like the water aspect for me has been huge in my journey.
Yeah, I remember one client that I had years ago, like I made her a little post-it note, which I have kept in my drawer here, and it says, food is fuel. And that was like her trigger. As soon as she saw that, like that changed her life. So it's always like that one, maybe aha moment. I mean, weight loss and being healthy is a million different things combined, but for us as individuals, we may, catch and hold on to like that one thing. And for you, maybe in that water. For my client, it was like food is fuel. And like that's how she approached things from that day forward,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And it's different for each person. That's the beauty in it.
So for everyone listening at home and maybe on the fence and, heard about the approach or heard about me, and what advice would you give them? Maybe not about the program, but advice to get healthy. Obviously we're in 2023 now, we're in our first couple of weeks of 2023. What advice would you give to people that have been struggling for years? I mean, most of our members have been struggling for years and years, have tried, hundreds of diets before. And what advice would you give to them?
So I would say, if you're thinking about it, that's the first step. And that's awesome. Pat yourself on the back. I would also say, be gentle with yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Make sure that you have a really good support system. Make sure that you have people around you that are uplifting and that want to see the best in you. If you've got people around you that are just negative downers, then that's going to play a part in the decisions you ultimately make, not just with your health, but just in general. So really make sure you're.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about like a spouse who like they're on it, they want to get healthy and the spouse doesn't, right? And they're
Right.
ordering McDonald's, and what do you do for that situation?
Right. So I that's a hard one because I'm single, so if I had, I'll just
Nina's
use
single,
myself.
everybody. Nina's single.
No, listen. If I had a spouse and he was like, gosh, I really want Jack in the Box, and he wanted it every night, I would say, honey,
Oh, West
I'm
Coast
gonna.
people talking Jack in the Box over there and In-N-Out
Well,
Burger. We don't have that over here, East Coast.
you know what?
She's bragging a little bit.
If I'm gonna have fast food, I would actually have Chick-fil-A or In-N-Out. In-N-Out for sure. In-N-Out for sure. But no,
In-N-Out, yeah.
but going back to your point, if you actually have someone in the family, like your spouse, your wife, that's just like, they love fast food, I would just really try to inspire them and open their eyes. And if they choose to still want that, then that's when you just got to tough it up and just really be your right. Because you know what? You can't change people. What's that expression?
Even
You
your
can lead the
spouse,
horse to water, but
yeah.
but you can't make them drink it. So you can inspire them to want to be on the healthy journey with you, but you ultimately cannot force them. All you can do is give them the information, show them what it's doing. And you know what? Sometimes it might take your spouse seeing you make all these changes, not just physically with your body and seeing that change, but just the mental changes, the energy, the brightness in your eyes and your face. It might be something like that is triggering, where they're like, I'm done eating these donuts every day and I'm ready.
Feeling good feeling is contagious, and it's kind of just doing your own thing for sure might rub off on your partner, your spouse, your family members around you for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, such good advice. I want to thank you so much for being on here with me. We've been trying to get you on this podcast for quite some time now. I want to thank you so much. If you guys want Nina's number, it's 555. But anyways, if you guys want more information about the approach, please check us out at adampotash.com. You can always email us at info@adampotash.com, and it's the Adam Potash approach. Thank you again, Nina, so much. You have anything last you want to say?
Yeah, thank you. Well, I want to thank you, Adam, so much. You definitely have been a lifesaver, and you've just been a wealth of knowledge. And I appreciate you immensely. I appreciate your wife, who chimes in here and there. No, I really do. She's an absolute sweetheart, and I just appreciate everything that you do for everyone in the community, and just to everyone listening. You're here for a reason. You didn't just stumble, or maybe you did, but I encourage you to really think hard about your life, your future, and what it is that you want for your future and what that looks like. Our health,
for a reason, right?
Everything is for a reason. Our health is vitally important, and we got to treat it well. So give it a shot. I was going to say, give us a shot, like I'm actually give the approach a chance.
All right, Nina, thank you so much. And thank you all for listening here at home. We'll see you later.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, so I'm just ending this now. Hold on one second.
Okay. Sorry for the cough.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. These podcasts are great. They're lots of fun. Let me just save this. Save as.
And I'm going to go ahead and get your podcast right now. Let's see, where's my podcast folder? Oh, there we go. Adam Potash. Oh, is it Adam podcast?
Adam Potash approach.
Oh,
or Adam
okay,
the approach podcast or something like that.
All right, let's see. The approach.
The approach
So, so it's so funny because I actually have to. Do you have me off? Is it done?
Yeah.
Off the,
Well,
okay.
Hold on. 1 second.
Oh, I found you. All right, so let me join. Oh gosh, I missed out on a lot of podcasts.